Hi, welcome to the fourth video in the Soccer Dad series. Soccer Dad is an iPhone app for soccer coaches. In the videos prior to this, I've walked you through setting up your teams, setting up your practice schedule, and setting up games. What I want to talk to you today about is actually running a practice. What do you do on game day? Okay, so these are my teams. I'm actually coaching 2 teams in the fall. This is my schedule that I've set up so far. I've got weekly practices for both teams, and I only have 1 game scheduled at this point for the Blue Sharks. Where we're going to spend our time in this video is in the Play tab. And what Soccer Dad does is it picks the practice that's coming up next, or the event that's coming up next. In this case it's a practice for the Blue Sharks. And if I wanted to pick something else, I could actually go up and select another event. The 3 options I have for a practice are details. So this is just showing me the information I entered for the practice as a refresher. And again, I've linked that to a web page so I can actually look at my drills right before I go to my practice. The next is headcount. So this is if you want to keep track of who's coming to your practices and who isn't. Soccer Dad will include this on one of the statistical reports. So by default it selects everybody, and it's just a question of unchecking the people who aren't there. Finally, notify. So this might be, hey, this is my first practice that I'm doing this year, and I just want to make sure that people are really aware of it. So the reason for the notification, it could be a reminder, it could be some other reason. Mine is just a reminder. This is the date and time, so I have the option from here to modify that if I need to. And then here are the people who need to know, my volunteers and any of my players. So if you remember, when you entered players, you linked them, or you had the option to link them to contacts. So the cool thing here is, if I say email, then what Soccer Dad is going to do, let's just expand this for a second, it's actually going to pick up any of the contacts that I have players associated with. Okay, so it's picked up 4 email addresses there. It includes in the body of the email information about the event and when it is, and information about the volunteers and what they volunteered to do. So we can just type in additional text and we can send that message. Now when we're back on the notification screen, Soccer Dad has kindly checked off the people who we've managed to contact with that email. Okay, there are several people, several kids linked to each of those contacts. For the ones who I don't have email addresses for, that's why they're not checked off, I can pick up any other contact information. So I could actually make a call to Ava's dad, and when I finish my call, go back to Soccer Dad, and now Ava's checked off. So it's a question of just working your way through the list, but you can keep track of who you've contacted and make sure that everybody knows. Okay. So that's running a practice. This is all I wanted to talk about for this video. Again, more information on all the Soccer Dad features is available at soccerdadapp.com.